Spartan fans, welcome into this latest edition of the Michigan State Spartans Insider Podcast. I'm your beat reporter for Michigan State Spartans on SI, Aidan Champion. And in case you weren't already feeling the anxiousness, the excitement for week one against Western Michigan, Michigan State's home opener on August 29th, I'm going to take you through some things you can look forward to with that first game. And it's not just about what's on the field, but there's going to be some things that are part of the game day experience that should have you guys excited. So the first one being the stadium renovations. There's new scoreboards, and they look great. From what I've seen, I think they're much improved, and I didn't necessarily have a problem with how the old scoreboards looked, but looks like these ones are going to be much better. And also, don't forget new concessions. Michigan State partnered with Levy this summer, and is going to have much higher quality food at their concession stands, restaurant quality food. No more are the days of the bland, soft pretzels. Limited selection of concessions. Still going to have melting moments, so don't worry about that one. That will still be there. Um, I think overall, between the renovations and the concessions, I know it's these are things you don't necessarily think about when looking forward to game day. If for the diehard football fans, but the game day experience is a huge factor. I think this is a major step in the right direction. I know there's been complaints about Spartan Stadium and how it's outdated. There have been also renovations to the West Tower, so you can look forward to seeing that as well. I think that Spartan Stadium in the next few years or so is it's gonna be looking a lot different, not only with physically how it looks, but just the game day experience it provides, and I think you'll be seeing higher attendance. And for fans' sake, hopefully the football team is better in coming years as well, starting with this season. And that brings me to the actual gridiron. Um, I think the as far as the game goes, I would be surprised if the number one thing fans aren't looking forward to is Aiden Childs throwing to his new wide receivers. I mean, there are so many weapons in this room, along with Nick Marsh, who's going to be your number one receiver. You've also got Amari Kelly going to be your number two, and then there's a battle going on. At least last we heard with the wide receiver three position. I still think it will go to Krishan McCray, but if not, there's other great guys in that battle. Rodney Bullard, um, even Braylon Collier, the freshman. I think especially with the 24 season that Childs had. I think a lot of fans, one, are looking forward to just seeing how much he's grown this offseason, and two, just what he can really do with these receivers, because he's going to have so many options. Um, a number of guys who can beat you. You can't focus all your attention on just one guy, or else you're going to get beat by another. Um, Jack Velling also in that mix, tight end. Um, a lot of people were disappointed by his 24 season, but he's back, and I think he will be better. He's worked on um, playing against man coverage. Pressure's going to be taken off of him with this wide receiver room. I don't think there's going to be as much of an emphasis placed on him by defenses as there was last year. So you'll be able to find him open, when plays break down or there's heavy attention being placed on the receivers. But I think it's got to be the biggest thing that fans are eager to see is how Childs looks and how his receivers perform. This is going to be their first look at them, and I really do. I think this is going to be a really good wide receiver room this year. Courtney Hawkins said it's one of the most dynamic he's had, so definitely something to look forward to. And then obviously something that's just tradition is the Spartan Walk. I think that first game is always really special for fans to see this new group walking side by side to the stadium. The walk has a different feel that game one than it does any other game because it's like you're walking through the doors of the new season. Uh, it's the first look at this version of the Spartan team. A ton of new guys, but a lot of key returners too, including Childs, of course, but all of them as one for the first time for fantasy, and I think that's going to be really special. And I think it really brings the community together before kickoff, and um, I think that it's one of the greatest traditions in Michigan State sports. So that, of course, something that you can always look forward to with the week one game. Those are the things that kind of jump out to me. I mean, there's a lot. We've talked about all the areas that I think this team will be improved this season. I think all of them will be displayed in that week one game. But I think there's a lot of reasons to be excited about this Spartan team this year. And it's almost exactly 1 week away, if you can believe it. It feels like it's here. At the same time, feels like it's still like a month out just because of how long we've waited. But nonetheless, it's going to be here now in almost a week. And football season, I mean, there's nothing like it. You gotta love it. Um, and Michigan State football, no matter how good or bad they are, it's always an exciting time in East Lansing. When that Friday Night Lights game rolls around, school will be back in session. The students will be there, and for a lot of them, it's their first sporting event as a Michigan State student, and it's a very special moment. I remember mine when I went to Michigan State, and it really is. Um, for me, it was when I really felt like I was truly a Spartan, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. Um, but yeah, it's we're right on the doorstep of it. I hope you're all excited. Let me know what are you most looking forward to about this week one game, and whether that be something within the game itself or something off the field, the concessions, the renovation scoreboard. Um, Let me know. Would love to hear it. Um, Tonight is the Meet the Spartans event, which is back. I'm sure a lot of you will be there. I'll be there. Hope to see some of you there. Thanks, everyone.